Hello, I am Ashen Ninja, and this is Getting Started with a legendary guide with our good mate Wurrzag, the Great Green Prophet. Now, why is Wurrzag so happy and dancy? It's because he gets to listen to his gods, it's because he gets to do a lot of fighting. No, it's because he's asexual, because he's a damn mushroom. So I'm very allergic to him, and he knows he can kill me very easily. So fuck you, Wurrzag, you filthy bastard. And for what I know, if he's a mushroom, but they are all greenskins are mushrooms. They're all asexual. They don't have reproductive bits. That's Games Workshop canon for you. But anyway, he's a happy old orc that starts in the Western Badlands. And he is the leader of the Bloody Hands. So their faction effects is uninhabitable for climate frozen. Excuse me. Suitable climates for jungle and desert. He has a war that has a chance to contain savage orcs for all of his armies. Enemy hero action success chance is minus 50%. Jeez. Lots of throat clearing today, that's great. Charge bonus plus 25 for Savage Orc units. As Lord effects, he has plus 15 physical resistance for Savage Orc units. As you can see, they start with 25, so it puts it up by quite a bit. Upkeep minus 50% for all your Savage Orc units. Doesn't make their archers any more accurate, I can tell you that much though. Recruitment costs minus 50% for Savage Orc units. And he has Wurrzag's War. He starts with a couple of extra Savage Orcs and Savage Orc Arrow Boys, and he also starts with an a Giant, who is actually pretty good, relatively good early on, pretty good against other Lords and that sort of thing, but yeah. Anyway, that's about it for him, so let's get into it. Now, of course, this is legendary, very hard legendary, very hard being the battle difficulty, can't go any harder than that. And all the tactics and everything that I use here are applicable across the other difficulty levels, except you may end up with better public order and that sort of thing, earning more money, and your minus 15%, no, plus 15% cost for all units when you have extra armies will be lesser depending on the difficulty. They just like to make it really hard for legendary. I wonder why. It's almost supposed to be legendary or something. And now I've got the hiccup, so that just adds to the excitement. Okay, so Wurrzag, our happy little orc, starts with a Goblin Shaman. In this case, he's mushroom addicted. Never happened to me. Oh, he's just a normal shaman. He's just got a specific name, Goji the Slow. So that's all right. So if I was making a goblet, if it was a goblin army, that'd be good. But it's fine. Anyway, as I said, we've got Wurrzag here. He starts with Savage Orc Arrow Boys, who are very poorly accurate. I've got normal Savage Orcs. We have some Savage Orc Bull Boys, who are not really that great. You don't want them to stay in prolonged combat with that melee defense, definitely not, and they're actually quite slow for cavalry. Are you still showing the Arrow Boys? Come on now. Yeah, Savage Orcs, Arrow Boys. Savage Orc Bull Boys, there we go. What are we doing here? I don't know. Alright, speed 39 him. 64 them, 37 across the board there, and he's for some reason slower. Not a clue why. But he is the Great Green Prophet after all. Now, his blue line is the same as all of the other orcish blue lines since the most recent update. With now you can have some minus upkeep stuff on there, lightning strike and all of that sort of stuff, the usual raiding and looting and sacking they get. Red line is the same as always as well, upgrading your various units, though I believe... where is it? I think it's mostly for Savage Orcs, but that might actually be that way anyway for him. Goblin, night goblins. The big lads. The boys. Yeah, I don't think that's really any different. Oh, maybe it is. That seems to be specifically savage orcs. And savage orc infantry, or all orc infantry. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure there. But the red line's basically the same across all of the others. He is also a big war caster. You want to get him into your Foot of Gork to get him those big smashing feet. And he can get Arcane Conduit as well. As you can see, once you're actually in there, you can very quickly get to Foot of Gork. So I think it's like rank 2 you can have Foot of Gork, which is a nice little change. Real savage boys, so melee attack +8 for savage orc units and charge bonus in there. So these are his specific lines. Melee attack for savage orc cavalry and charge bonus for savage orc cavalry. Enable magical attacks, which while you're near the dwarves, probably not the best of ideas, because that'll just mean they're not as good at armor piercing. And it strips enemies of magic resistance. Oh, okay, well, that's a different one. In that case, maybe you can go with magical attacks. Didn't see that before. Minus +25% to his speed and +15 defense, and he gets perfect figure, so he actually becomes fairly good at that point. And this is actually a really good one for having trolls and giants and arachnaroks and stuff in his army, because they get +20% physical resistance and +5 physical resistance for his army. And on top of that, he gets Titanic Beat, so Winds of Magic cost -9 for Foot of Gork and -6 for Foot of Gork upgraded. So Foot of Gork is, at this stage, very expensive, but it goes down very quickly. He's got 3 items. He can get the Baleful Mask, so melee defense +8, -10% upkeep for all units. Enemy hero hacks and success chance -20, and he gets a bound spell of Vindictive Glare, which is normally just a Goblin Shaman, because the orcs get Gaze of Mork instead. It's Squiggly Beast, which is physical resistance 5%, hero capacity +1 for shamans, recruit rank +5 for shamans, untainted +5 in the local province, and he gets a passive ability Squiggly Beast, which is improved recharge rate and increased power reserve. So it's like a Arcane Conduit without him using Arcane Conduit. Then next is the Bonewood Staff, so magic item drop chance +5%, miscast chance -20%. Melee attack +6, magic resistance 15%, enables magical attacks. That's for him, even though with the other one, that one there, that actually includes him, so I don't know. Income from post-battle loot +10%, and he gets the passive ability of the Bonewood Staff, so when he's casting, +18 charge bonus and melee attack. You can get Spleen Ripper, your extremely slow, fat pig of a thing for you to sit on and oink at the enemy if you feel like it. But it makes him a bit faster than he currently is, so that's good. You don't really need that one. You don't really need that one, so don't really look at those two. Don't look at them. Don't look. It's embarrassing. So that's how he starts. Now, what we also start with is the Gobo Shaman. And we're going to go in and try and steal some technology down here. Now, there's a good chance that what they're going to do is they're going to head north straight off to defend a bit of stone mine, which is perfectly fine for them to do. What we're going to do is we're going to move Wurrzag just a bit forward so that he can attack in either direction. Get him up here a bit. Get him a few more Savage Orc units to start, because as you can see, 83 gold in upkeep's not too shabby. And here at Ekrund, now we don't actually really want Savage Orc Arrow Boys, because they're shit. What we do want is Savage Orc Biggins, but we're not going to do that upgrade yet. We are going to, however, try and get more growth as fast as possible. And so along those lines, let's also go for Go Bigger here to get growth increasing quickly, because he needs growth. Now, him having little war, we are going to still go through his magic line first. At the moment, he's just increasing our research rate. So, what to do? So we'll see. Basically, at this point, I find Wurrzag is a very reactional guy. It's best to react to what the enemy does rather than kind of going out and doing whatever. Before I go into anything, though, we'll quickly talk about the faction mechanics for the orcs and goblins and greenskins in general, which is you get your war. So you get your call to war. Once you get to the top here, you can pick somebody to go against. And as long as you take their capital and then hold it for the period of the war, you'll get a trophy. And depending on the faction that they are, will depend on what you get. So it could be some kind of resistance. It could be extra damage for certain units. It does change fairly wildly. So yeah, so keep an eye on that for when you do go for the war, and just see what you can get. Now what we're going to do, since they moved their army all the way over there, we're going to go and hit the Dragonhorn mines. We're going to bring our in there. Probably could auto-resolve it, but early on I think it is better to do manual battles. And I am trying to do more manual battles at the start of my guides, so as you can see I've already clicked fight battle. So alright, so what we want to do is have a nice pile of savage orcs along the front here with our whatever they're called just behind them. I know what they're called. Do you know what they're called? Nobody remembers. Pepperidge Farm remembers. Alright, so we basically have a battle line. We're going to try and do some flanking with them. Of course I have to remember that they're there. Did test battles I wasn't very good at doing, so we'll see how we go this time. So we have Effigy of the Git as well. Little ability that he's got. Now, let's see what we can do with some magicals. What are you doing? Oh, they're reacting to my boars. Of course, that's fine. That actually looks like a pretty nice spot to drop that. There we go. Don't know if we killed anything, but that's alright. This will kill some stuff. Or it won't really. Oh no, 14 kills, that's alright. Savage Orc Boar Boys are all the way up there now. They're not doing anything yet though. We'll probably need another brain burster on them first. Nope, whoa, nope, they're coming out of the blocks now. They're coming at us. Now the good thing about Brain Burster is, and you want to try and remember this, it actually casts very quickly, so you don't need to give them a lot of room to actually prepare. Let's use up one of these on... Oh wow, it's got a really short range, so we'll just wait on that. The ball boy's moving up. That's good. Our arrow boys should be firing on them. There we go, that's good. They've even crowded a bit there. That's good. Pull him back. We're going to flank Now, because we actually get a pretty good charge bonus, we want to try and charge. Alright, we'll help them out with them over there. There we go. Wurrzag, you may as well go in a melee. Oh, they've got Noir. Not really going to help them much. They're fleeing, so... Oh, they're already... May as well head into the Goblin Archers there then. Go. Doesn't look like we're even going to get a war. Yep, there we go. Easy peasy. And that's our war coming up there. So that is, there you go, there's Wurrzag's war. So when he calls that, 18 seconds of 25% base damage, 22% extra physical resistance, 25% armor piercing, plus 24 melee attack, and your army is immune to psychology. We didn't take a lot of damage at all in that, so that's gone well. Excuse me. Oh, the noises in the background. Crazy animals in this house. Well, one crazy animal and a wife. Wherever she is. So a nice easy battle to start with. Only 75 losses. Better than I did in the test battles. Mostly because I actually got my Savage Orc Boar Boys in this time. Let's loot and occupy. So you actually have a chance of, when you do loot and occupy, you will have worse public order, but you still have a chance of it as orcs and goblins, of it not going down a level, I believe. So, Crown of Commander, yeah, well, for Gobos, not a bad idea. Yeah, that didn't go well that time. Did better last time. Better repair that as well. And this time I will also remember to do some more recruiting. I'm going to recruit some Goblin Archers because they're more accurate than the Savage Orc ones. Might get rid of the Savage Orc ones later. Go for the upgraded Gaze of Morks. Normally I'll go down the blue line to start with, but because this is Wurrzag, we want to get a couple of the old... what's going on there? A couple of the old magic things going on first. We're going to get our little Gobo Shaman up a little as well. Now the other thing you do have as greenskins these days is your scrap upgrades, which, as you can see, we don't have a lot at the moment. We can get missile resistance at the moment. Later on we'll be able to get liquor flasks to get the more leadership or longer weapons for bonus versus large. If you're going to use your Savage Orcs, I actually would suggest Idle Gork. That'll actually be really good for them. But at the same time, it's entirely up to you. I probably wouldn't put any of these on the lower tier units because you want to save your scrap for the higher tier ones. Chuck all that on your Savage Orc biggins, make them be able to get into combat, and Bob will be your uncle. Not my uncle, of course. I don't have an Uncle Bob. Also, Bob's a terrible name, so you should never call anyone Bob, ever. If you are named Bob, I'm sorry, but I hate your name. I don't know if that's actually really very offensive, to be honest. But okay, now, what we want to try and do is get Zoc backstabbed where we want him. So what I'm actually going to do is, despite the fact that I've just taken it, I'm going to go over here and jump into ambush stance. Let's see if I can ambush him when he's on his way to wherever it is he's going, which hopefully is back this way to escape from my clutches. Which, a reminder as well, if you killed, for example, Grizz Gut Stabber. He's their... As you can see, he is their faction leader. That's how you get them to decide to join you. Now, one thing we want to do is we want to actually let Grimgor do what he wants to do. Because of that way of getting an alliance with your enemies in this, or getting a confederation from them, in my opinion, you want Grimgor to get strong. Because then at some stage you can basically just take Grimgor out. Oh, not quite. Oh, hello. And that is Gurgut's Gatstabber. Now, we don't actually want to kill the goblin hero in this, so we want to fight this manually. So what we want to do is we just want to rout them. All we have to do is win the battle. We don't actually have to kill the hero or the lord, and we actually don't want to kill the heroes. If we kill the hero, we don't get the hero. Alrighty, so let's get our archers so that they will all be in range to start. Them all there as well. You up here, you just stay there, and away we go. Let's start with a brain burster in the middle here. Oh. He's doing some casting as well. Let's actually stop their shooting for now then. Very, very quick ambush, this one. Army loss penalties should be any second now. This is how you have a super quick battle. There we go. We didn't even do too much damage to their hero in there. That's good. So we should get the option to confederate them at the start of the turn. I only lost 23 there. Not too surprising, really. Of course, that's going to be a decisive victory. Over 1,000 orcs pounding down on a poor 200 orcs. Let's see, our options are money, leadership, or replenishment. I think we'll take the money. We're still in our land, so the replenishment will take care of itself. Okay, now with these guys, I'm going to form the Confederation because this will get us a decent amount of land, and it will also mean we don't have to really worry too much about down there because we are at war up here. So that's good. I've got all of that. Now I'm going to delete that building and that building. We don't need either of them. Grunty Mingle, you're at -9 because of the stuffs. Now he's cunning, so he's actually not bad, but he's got no points spent anywhere as expected. What about you, my friend? You're a big bully. So he's actually not that useful then. Oh well. We'll get rid of them. I'm going to get rid of you. You never know what you might get in there. You might get something really good. You're just a straight goblin great shaman as well. You're determined. I'm not going to keep any of your troops, so you're gone too. That's good. So that's one less war we're in now, which is why we do that. How long we're going to manage to hold on to this before it disappears on us? It's hard to say. Alright, let's grab this disciplined shaman instead. Shaman. Hero. He will make a nice addition to our armies. One more turn to growth. That's good. And we want to take a foot of Gork for our lovely, lovely legendary lord. And for his goblin shaman, we're going to go with... Let's go with Itchy Nuisance over Vindictive Glare for the moment. Alright, so we've got that one. Weapon Strike, all Orc. I think that includes Savage Orcs. It's really hard to say. Scrap upgrades unlocked. Replenishment for Savage Orcs is good, but at the moment we want to go faster. So we are now out of one war, which is good. Now, if we can find the Lord of these guys, we can get out of that war as well. And confederate them to... Oh, at the moment I don't think we can get another confederation. Yes. I think we have to go wait 8 turns. Ah, dear. However, one thing we do have is we do have the underway movement. So never forget your underway movement. It's a very important thing. So we're still going to go growth. Get ourselves some sort of weird growth. And we'll go money as well. Even when you build walls, you don't have the best of garrisons, so at the moment it's not too big a deal. Wurrzag over here, we get a couple more Gobos and another of our Savage Orcs in here. I'm not going to upgrade that right now. Let's have a quick look here. We are only at war with Karazakarak. Oh, we are already at war with the Board Princes. Oh, good. Good, good, good. That's not actually sarcasm. It gives us more incentive to try and find the lords, basically. So what we want to do is go down and grab Stone Mine Tower, I think. We're about to have a rebellion, so in that case, instead of going for Stone Mine Tower, we'll head back this way. Ambush stance for you. Disciplined Gobo. In here, please. 5 more turns until we have more growth, so we'll put in another growth building. More money from there. That's where we're going to end this particular episode. So we're going to have another one very soon for Wurrzag. We've already kind of got things started here, and we'll see how we go in the next one. I've been Ashen Ninja. You've been an audience of some kind, and hopefully this hasn't been too bad for you. And I will see you in the next episode. Hope you have a good one. See you later.